channel and welcome to today's video. I use a lot of natural products on my skin and I like so much to make my own. More so, I like to make my own natural facial moisturizer. I use this moisturizer that helps to smooth my wrinkles and fine lines. It also leaves my skin with this amazing glow. And guess what, guys? This also leaves my skin with a soft, supple, but yet tight firmness to my skin. So if you're out there and you're seeing the first sign of aging, and also if you find that you already have wrinkles and fine lines and you're looking for a homemade remedy that is going to get the job done, guess what? Follow me to the kitchen and I'll show you what I use on my skin for my wrinkles and fine lines to have my skin looking younger and fresher. I share my recipe with you so you can give it a try. So let's get in the kitchen. Our first ingredient is a shea butter, and this is a pure shea butter. Using this on the skin, especially on your face, will help to tone and smooth the wrinkles and fine lines on the skin, hydrates the skin, clear the skin of hyperpigmentation such as dark spots and blemishes. So what I'm going to be doing with the shea butter, I'm going to be melting, and I'm going to use about 2 ounces of the shea butter. A good substitute for shea butter is cocoa butter. You can choose to melt this in the microwave, or you can choose to melt it over a double boiler, or if you have none of those, let me show you a quick and easy way to melt your shea butter. So all you need is a second container larger than the bowl you're using, and you're going to pour hot water in the container and just place your shea butter on top of it like that, and then you're going to slowly mix it around, or you can leave it there for a couple of minutes. So after about 3 to 4 minutes or so, take a look. You can clearly see that our shea butter has melted. Now we're going to put this aside, leave it over the hot water, and we're going to introduce the other ingredient. Now take a look at our next ingredient. Here I have some cornstarch. If you do not have cornstarch, you can use corn flour. Now cornstarch can be used to smooth the skin. It is good for irritated skin. If you have oily skin, it will help to absorb the excess oil from the skin, and also it helps to tighten and firm the skin. Now you can also find cornstarch in some of your favorite beauty products such as your face powder. You can also find it in your shampoo. You can also find cornstarch in your favorite moisturizer. So let's put the cornstarch to the side and introduce the next ingredient. Here we have some green tea, and green tea is great for getting rid of wrinkles and fine lines on the skin. It's loaded with antioxidants that are great for mature skin. If you're starting to see the first sign of aging, the first sign of wrinkles, if you find that your skin is sagging, if you're looking to hydrate the skin, try some green tea. Now what I'm going to be doing with the green tea, I'm going to be brewing. So I'm going to use 1 tea bag, which is about 1 teaspoon of green tea, and we're pouring this in our container. And I'm going to use about 4 tablespoons of hot water, or about a 1/4 cup of hot water, and we're pouring this over our green tea. And we're going to set this aside to brew. A good substitute for green tea is matcha powder. You can use either or either. So set this aside to brew for a couple of minutes, and after brewing your tea for about 2 to 3 minutes, while it is still hot, I want you to take the hot green tea water and I want you to pour it over the cornstarch, and you're going to mix, and you're going to mix this really quick. Now once this is done, our next step is to thicken the cornstarch. A quick and easy way to thicken this cornstarch is to place it over some hot water like we did with the shea butter. So place the cornstarch with green tea mixture over some hot water and keep mixing. So just keep mixing, and as you notice, it's going to start thickening up nicely. Take a look at this. This has thickened up nicely. So here we have our cornstarch green tea paste. Look at that, really thick and nice, and this is exactly how you want it to be. Now you're going to set this aside, and now we're going to reach back for our shea butter, Now here in this bowl I have about 2 tablespoons of shea butter. I'm gonna use another oil in this, which is some grapeseed oil. And grapeseed oil is a light oil that will not clog the pores. And I'm using 1 teaspoon of the grapeseed oil. Pour this in. If you do not have grapeseed oil, use some almond oil instead, or use any of your favorite oil. If you have dry skin, substitute the grapeseed oil for some olive oil or some coconut oil. And we're going to add just 2 special oils to this. Today I'm choosing to use papaya seed. However, you can replace this with rosehip oil, cacao oil, morella oil, any of your 2 favorite oil, use it in this. I'm using about a teaspoon of the papaya seed oil. I'm going to use some sesame seed oil. Sesame seed oil is loaded with vitamin E. It will help to boost collagen, hydrates the skin, to get rid of wrinkles and fine lines. I'm using a teaspoon of the sesame seed oil. The final oil is some vitamin E oil, which is nourishing to the skin, but also doubling as a preservative. I'm using about, 5 to 10 drops, a 1/4 teaspoon, depending on your IU. Mine is 28,000. It's a little strong. So now that we have all the oils, we're going to reach for our blender. We are going to pour our oil blend in our blender. Make sure to get everything in. And you got to work a little fast with shea butter. Next, guys, we are going to reach for our green tea cornstarch mixture. And we're going to take about a tablespoon or so. And we're going to pour this in the blender along with the shea butter. Just pour this in. You can choose to add a little bit of an aloe vera gel to this if you have it. If you don't, it's not a deal breaker. You can also choose to add a little bit of a honey to this. I'm going to pour about a teaspoon of the aloe vera gel. Not a lot. And take a look at what I'm going to do next. I'm going to reach for some ice. And I'm only going to use about 1/2 of an ice cube. I'm going to drop it in there. And now I'm going to cover this. And we're going to blend. Now after blending, take a look. Here we have our facial cream. And we're going to store this in a small container. Make sure it have a wide enough mouth because this is going to thicken up a bit. So now let's pour our face cream out. So this is it, guys. This is your anti-aging, wrinkle fighting overnight facial moisturizer. A little goes a long way. Just take a little of the cream and look how creamy, look how rich this is gonna just hydrates the skin. This is gonna leave the skin just soft, supple, while tightening and firming that skin. And what I like about this is that it's not greasy at all. And look at this, guys. You would never think that we have cornstarch in this. Just totally disappear on the skin. You can use this AM or PM, but I suggest you use this mostly at night so this can absorb in the skin and penetrate deep into the skin, and before you know it, you're on your way to gorgeous, amazing, younger, fresher looking skin. So there you have it. Thank you all for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, use it, share it, and come back and leave a comment. Thank you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.